Al Jazeera reports that gas stations across France are running out of fuel as refinery and port workers continue a strike against the government's plan to raise the retirement age. Around 1,500 gas stations attached to French shopping centers dried up by the beginning of the week. Alexandre de Benoist, a senior official with the Union of Independent Petroleum Importers, which represents the sector, said, quote, 20 to 25% of our distribution capacity is either stopped or in trouble. He said the situation had serious implications in some regions with fuel distribution stations on strike or blockaded by workers from other sites. What we're doing here is blockading a company called Teolis, which is a subsidy of state railways SNCF, which is running replacement bus services for the trains when our rail comrades are striking. It's true that it's going to impact people getting to school, but you don't make omelets without breaking eggs. The government is deaf. The government doesn't want to hear anything. It doesn't want to see anything. Well, it's going to see what the street tells it. Nationwide strikes over the pension changes have spread to the country's 12 oil refineries over the past week, adding to the impact of a 3-week-long strike at France's largest oil port over working conditions and a port overhaul. Unions are stepping up action in the run-up to a Senate vote on the pension bill, with more major demonstrations expected. French support the protests against planned legislation to raise the minimum and full retirement ages by 2 years to 62 and 67, respectively, a measure the government says is the only way to rein in a growing pension deficit. In recent days, the protests have intensified. Riot police arrested youths in the central French city of Lyon on October 19th after they threw flames and projectiles at policemen during one of several clashes around the country. Masked youths attacked parked cars, overturning them and setting them on fire. The reform isn't completely passed. There are still chances, and even if it gets passed, we can still fight. You should always fight.